Stationary bodies, such as trees, rocks, or mountains, establish fields, the same as atoms, planets, or suns. On a surface of negative polarity, the height of every species is established by the field around it. Therefore, vegetation and trees grow to a common species average. The field set up in a tree is such that the lines of force passing through the tree establish a vortex in its body. This vortex starts at the surface of the ground. Sap does not only go up a tree, but it goes around in a spiral as it goes up. The shape of each plant, or stationary form of life, is established by the boundaries of its vortex, or its field, or its aura. Everything everywhere is encompassed in such an auric field. In life that moves, such as animals, the soul force in the body establishes form from the central intelligent master cell. This frequency of the animals is much lower than the human form, of course. The animal body of humans is a manifested filler, composed of inert matter, that is required in the frequency upon the earth's surface. The soul force is distributed through the inert matter by the bloodstream. The man body of reality establishes the field. In climbing a hill, you have to push the vortex upward. It is much easier for some people to go climb than others. This is because their polarity balance is nearer to neutrality. If the physical negative vortex surrounded by the aura reaches a balance between what we term spirit and the physical, that person can climb a hill without effort, because it is not required that he push the inert matter upward in defiance of the laws of gravity. The human vortices also start and end at the surface of the ground. In man, balance is achieved above the earth's surface. The negative vortex has its apex downward at the feet. The positive vortex of the real body has its apex upward above the head. When the balance between the physical reflection and the real body, or the consciousness of your being, reaches a state of equilibrium, these vortices will be of the same length, the same diameter, and the same speed of rotation. You can levitate yourself with the forces established at a 0 point between these two opposing polarities. Through these vortices and with them, you can establish a field of protection around you, not necessarily by willful direction, but by the actions you manifest. If your thought is good, your actions are of a giving nature. If you are concerned with the welfare of others, you automatically establish a field of protection around you, because the universal mind compensates directly and equally for every thought and action. The zero balance between the physical vortex and the vortex of the real, conscious, everlasting you is difficult to hold. You may be unbalanced slightly in one direction or the other, in one belief or the other, in the manifested actions you perform. The purpose of your being on the surface of the planet is to bring about a balance, first in your own control, and next a balance between each of you, an understanding, a compassion, a love that is not expressed in words. This balance cannot be maintained mechanically, for you don't know which vortex to increase or decrease. But by following the basic principles of the Golden Rule, by doing all things in moderation, you will arrive at a point of equilibrium where you will be able to know which side of zero you must bring up or down. When you reach a state of zero polarity between your individual vortices, you are at one with the infinite mind. You can know anything, you can see anything, and you can be anything of your own choice, so long as you maintain that balance. If you associate closely with people, These vortices can leak, thereby causing you to acquire disease or character conditions of ones you associate with. This is also responsible for what we call love, not the real love, but the physical attraction of one for another, oftentimes of one sex for the same sex. If one has a predominantly negative physical vortex and another has a predominantly spiritual vortex, these two vortices are attracted to each other. This is not the condition of love. It is a condition of mutual attraction by two people who may seem to be entirely opposite in every other respect. Someone at a distance from you cannot affect you, but in close association you will assimilate characteristics of another person. These are natural things because nature wants to balance everything. The spiritual person is attracted to the predominant materialist and vice versa. The leakage of vortices is something you should watch for. You can assimilate character, understanding, and love by association with people who demonstrate these characteristics. Therefore, you should try to associate with these types of people. The vortex of the human physical body will also cause people to be repelled. Oftentimes you will meet one whom you immediately dislike intensely. This is not a condition of knowing the other person. It is a natural condition of polarities repelling each other. These things are beyond the scale of records as far as individuals go. It is not possible to compute and understand the vortices of all individuals. Individually, however, you can try to understand your own and the effects of the vortices of other people upon you. But remember, one can be close to you and discharge your vortex by an opposite charge, thereby causing you to feel physically tired and drained of life. Study your friends at a safe distance, about 6 feet, before you associate closer, or you may discover what you term an enemy in the friendship you thought was yours. Now for God's words. O man, my light is not for the victor, nor for the one who falls in defeat. My light is to the one who gains understanding of my ways. My arms are not extended either to the right or the left, but are centered to balance the living individual parts of my being. Though forces may oppose your every move, my strength lies in the power to meet the opposition. Though evil may tempt you, my light is brightest when the evil is overcome. For evil is not of my creation, O man. Evil is brought about by those who falter on the way to me. Never, never in all my eternity shall man control the paths to me. The paths are my ways, and man can only travel on my paths. In all my doings, I have brought about a pattern of progression. None can turn about my works, none can interrupt my way. Those who follow in the darkness only trip themselves. Stand within the light of me, for I am light of thee, O man, and I can only shine when you have made the way in progress of my doing. Lean not upon another, only accept thy brother as one to help one to assist along the way, that unity in numbers may bring about progress in my infinite light. Fear not, fear not. There is no fear within my being of you. Fear is only added by the things you do that are not within the pattern of my ways. Reach within, I am there. None can scare you when you find the me in thee. Stand, stand upright. Death is only that which adds to those who have performed the grade. Fear no evil. Stand within my light. Feel my living light within you. Know that I am there throughout eternity. I'm going to read this part again. Reach within, I am there. None can scare you when you find the me in thee. Stand, stand upright. Death is only that which adds to those who have performed the grade. Fear no evil. Stand within my light. Feel my living light within you. Know that I am there throughout eternity.